Hey guys, so I am back, and I know, I don't normally do favorites videos. They're not my thing. Like, I can't see myself picking out products every month and be like, oh my god, I love this product, it's so awesome. But this month I gathered up some stuff that I've been liking for like the past 3 months, so I'm wondering if I can probably pull off doing quarterly favorites. So I'll do 4 videos a year, you know, every 3 months I'll gather up what I've really been enjoying, and that gives me enough time to really test out some products and determine if I truly love them. And that's what I'm gonna do for you guys today. I'm gonna go into some products that I have really been loving, that I have been embracing, I've been testing out, I've been trying, and I've been loving them, and I thought I'd share them with you guys. And some of these products are gonna surprise you, because a lot of you are gonna be like, what? Is she talking about drugstore? Yes, I am. I have some drugstore favorites too. And I'm gonna jump right into it because I don't want this video to be too long. And the first favorite is a foundation. And what? Yeah, it's a drugstore foundation. It's Maybelline Fit Me, the matte and poreless version. Not the regular one that made me look like I stepped out of frying chicken. Like, I look like a pot of oil is what I looked like. But the matte and poreless is meant for normal to oily skin. And oh my god, this is so, you know what? I'm doing a review for you guys, so don't worry about it. But I love this foundation. I love how it applies. And it's so inexpensive. It's what, $6.99, and you can get it on sale and all that stuff. So I wear the shade 330 Toffee, and it fits me pretty, yeah, it fits me pretty well. That's what I'm wearing right now. And I use this with a primer because even though it's matte and poreless, I'm very oily, so it still gets a little bit oily. So I do still have to use a primer in my T-zone. And I do have to powder it, but I powder it, I prime it in my I prime in my T-zone and I powder it, and minimal blotting throughout the day, which I do anyway. And for $6, I don't mind blotting, okay? If it's $46, I'm like, what? No. But I don't mind blotting, and I don't have to blot until like 6-7 hours in, which is a big deal for a drugstore foundation. So the only complaint is that there's no pump, and I can't find the pump that you guys have suggested for me. I can't find it. Somebody needs to leave me the link because I need a pump, because I love this foundation and I want to keep using it, and it's just awkward to use the little pour, you know. I can't So please leave me the link if you know where to get this. I tried to search for it, but it was sold out. And then another foundation that I've been loving would be the Ready Set Gorgeous, yeah, from CoverGirl. And this is the shade Classic Tan and Tawny, and I mixed these 2 shades. I think there's one deeper shade, but I mixed these 2. And this one is also inexpensive. I think this is the same price as the Fit Me. The Fit Me leaves a more, it's more of a subdued glow. Does that make sense? It's matte, but it's because I have oily skin, it gives a subtle glow on my skin. It's almost like my Dior Star Foundation. That's the finish I would say it has. It has a very subtle glowy, but matte. It's not matte like flat matte. You know what I mean? But this is matte. This is like powder matte. So this one, when I just want a matte look without any muss and any fuss, I go with this. And this is much more long wearing than the Maybelline one. This one stays matte. Okay, you powder it, you set it, you go, and it's Ready Set Gorgeous. Okay, you are matte, you are set for the day. I mean, I do not have to touch up. I may have to blot like 8 hours in, maybe 9, and that's just on my nose, like nowhere else. Like, this stays, all right, I'm showing you 2 shades, but stays matte, like to a fault, So if you have any kind of dryness, you might want to, you know, moisturize and not, or maybe just skip this. Don't even bother with it. If you're oily combination and you like matte finishes, this is the way to go. If you like more of a glowy kind of finish, I would go with this. And these are my everyday foundations. Of course, when I'm doing special occasion foundation, I definitely stick to high-end. I'm just keeping it real. But every day, hello, I need to cheap out, and I don't want to use a $50 foundation every day and then within a month it's done. No, I'd rather use my $6 foundation, and I'm so happy I found these. I can use these and not even worry about the price because I can always pick one up, right? Another thing that I've been loving, let's just jump into the face to keep with the face stuff. I've been using my MAC Studio Conceal and Correct Duo in the color Ochre and Pure Orange. I use the orange side for canceling out dark under eye circles and dark marks around my lips. The yellow side the yellow side goes with blue discoloration. So if you have blue under eye circles, use the yellow side. Orange is for purplish, darker circle. You can pretty much use both. Someone asked me which color goes where. You can use it for both. Just purplish, bluish undertones is where you'd use this. You can even mix them. The yellow is going to do a little bit more brightening effect. So if you have sallow skin, the yellow brightens a little bit more. And I've been loving this. Someone also asked, it had a trouble choosing between the Prep and Prime in Peach Luster. Is it Peach Luster? I think it is Peach Luster. Let me double check. Peach Luster. They're similar products. If you just want the orange, go for the Peach Luster. I find that both of them kind of do the same thing. I like the doe foot applicator in this versus the brush in that one. It's all up to how you want to apply it, but I love both of them. Both of them are really good. This one, the Pure Orange, is a little bit deeper. So if you're darker skin, go for this. If you're a little bit lighter, you can go for the Peach Luster. But I love this thing. And then speaking of correctors and face products, hello. The Contour Cream Kit from Anastasia. This is the medium palette. Love this palette. People are asking also, my complexion, I would go for the medium palette because you have the two deeper shades. You have like these highlight shades and you have the corrector shade, and then the yellow you can, if you want to go hardcore or bright. And the deeper palette, you would have to be like NW50, embrace the deeper palette. But if you're my skin tone, go for the medium palette. I think there are 3 shades in here that are in the deep palette. So there's no sense in really getting both. So it depends. If you want to go lighter highlight, go for the medium. If you want to go deeper, more natural highlight, then probably go for the medium. So it depends on your preference. I tried to give the swatches so you could see the colors. So determine, do you want to do a light highlight or do you want a more natural, like regular, just everyday highlight, and do it, figure it out that way. But oh my god, I love this product so much. It is so perfect for oily skin. It does, because it is a drier formula, it does need a little bit more moisture in your skin to blend it out. But oh my god, this is so great. And synthetic brushes are the best ones to use with this. I use my Sedona lace brushes. The Zoeva brushes, synthetic brushes, also work well with this. Love this thing so much. I am so happy I got it. I was hesitating too, but I am glad I got it. It is really good. I'll leave a link to the demo that I did and the review so you can check it out if you want more detail. Check that out. I skipped over a face product without meaning to. The L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Powder. The powder. I'm in the shade 600 Golden Beige. I'm also wearing this over the toffee. I love this powder too. Again, I want inexpensive alternatives for every day. And this is a great mattifying powder. It's very finely milled. It's soft and smooth, and it's really creamy for drugstore. And it's a little bit more pricey. The L'Oreal has really like become the pricey the pricey brand in the drugstore when compared against Revlon and Maybelline and those, and CoverGirl. So L'Oreal is a little bit more pricey, but this powder is really great. I love this powder. I'm also doing a review on this with the Infallible Foundation and the Infallible Spray. I don't prefer the Infallible Foundation over the other 2 foundations that I mentioned, and the other foundations are cheaper. So I prefer those, but the Infallible Foundation isn't bad. It's just I have preferences and I prefer the other ones. But the powder from this one is really good. I don't mind the Fit Me powder, but I think the Infallible powder is much better for a matte, but not overly matte finish. It's a really smooth looking natural look. It's a very smooth natural look. Again, if you're dry, it's for oily girls. If you're drier, be mindful, I don't know if this is for you, but if you are oily, combination, Yes, girl. Yes. And I am mixing high-end and drugstore in this because drugstore has been doing me right, and my high-end, oh, they still do me right. So I'm mixing everything together, girl. And this next product, oh, I love this guy so much. This is the Marc Jacobs Hi-Fi Filter Instamark Light Filter and Contour Powder. This is the business, okay? You get a lot of product. It's expensive. Let's not fool ourselves. It's expensive. It's a pricey item, but you get a decent amount of product. You get what? 2 times 9 grams. So each of these are 9 grams of product, which is a lot of product. And it's so smooth, so blendable, so finely milled. This is just a great contour powder, and it has a great undertone, which I love. And then the powder itself actually works really well for highlight because it's like a peachy yellow. It's a peachy yellow. It just works so well. This is the darkest one they have. So if you're darker than me, I don't think this is necessarily going to work for you. You have to be like a medium skin tone to medium deep like myself to really appreciate this. Darker than me, it probably won't show up on your skin. But oh my god, I just love this. I've been using it since I got it. I've been using it. All right, since I got it. I can't. I'm just not able. And then the brush that comes, the accompanying brush. I don't typically fall into the trap of buying the brush that comes with the product. For instance, the Kat Von D brush, I'm good. And the NARS dual intensity blushes. Yeah, you know they came out with a brush for that, right? Like you need the brush to make it work. Whatever. I don't. If I can't use what I have, then bye, Ashy. But this brush, I'm glad I got it, and I got it because of the shape, and I know I love the feel of the other Marc Jacobs brushes that I have, how soft they are. So I was like, I'm gonna get this because I love the shape, and I'm glad I did. It's such a soft, just really ultra soft brush, but the shape of it works so well for contouring, and then it's dense, but it has a lot of give, so it's really great for blending. Like you have brushes like this that are just like the Real Techniques version of this is really stiff, and it really can't, it doesn't move the product as well as I would like it to. It's kind of, it leaves harsh lines, but this, it's just fluffy enough to blend, but dense enough to really give you a defined line. Like it's just the perfect mix, and I just love this. Stay tuned. Grab this in the Sephora sale that is coming up in April. It's about the middle of April. Stay tuned. You will love this. Just take my word for it. Grab it. Moving on to brows. Brows, again, drugstore has been doing me right. I picked up the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This one is the shade Espresso, and the shades are a little bit... Alright, so NYX came out with a whole full line. They have a brow pomade. I picked that up. I'm going to do a review on all of these things. A brow pomade, a brow gel. That's this eyebrow gel. And then actual brow mascara, the pencils, and the pomade. Where's the pomade? Right? But what I've been loving is the micro brow pencil. And this is similar to the Brow Wiz from Anastasia. Get that out. That's the first comparison you guys are going to make. It doesn't replace my Brow Wiz. If I was in a pinch and I needed things to be on point, I'm going to go with my Brow Wiz because it's my tried and true. But for every day, again, you want to go cheaper because the Brow Wiz is pricey. And this is a great alternative. It doesn't last as long as the Anastasia one. And I'm being really picky when I say this. It doesn't apply as foolproof as the Anastasia one. Like I have to press a little bit harder, but then when I press too hard, too much product comes off. It's just very slightly different in formula from the Anastasia one, but it's still fantastic. From the drugstore, and I think this was $6.99. So no, $9.99. $9.99. It's half the price of the Brow Wiz. So you're getting this for half the price. It's still a great pencil. It's still better than any drugstore product I've found. And it's still great. I'm being really picky when I'm comparing it to Brow Wiz. You know what I mean? but it's still great. The spoolie side is great, the pencil is great, the size is great. They have a decent shade range, but you can't just go ahead and pick a shade based on what you see on a website. You kind of need to see them in person because the shades are all over the place. And the shade in the brow pomade and the gel and then the pencil, even though they have the same names, just differ all over the place. So you have to go in store and check this out. I got espresso and I also have brunette, and espresso works for my dark brows. Just if you want a reference, espresso works for my black brows. My hair is black, so using brown, I'm gonna look like a fool with light brown. Where am I going? You know these people that bleach their brows. Where are you going with this light brown brows and black hair? I know my hair is too jet. It's not jet black. It's black. It's very black, right? But it has in the sun you'll see brown highlights to it. That's not here nor there. I'm just saying that brown brows and black hair just looks a mess. It looks a mess. Anyway, keeping with brows. Again, from L'Oreal, the Brow Stylist Plumper Brow Gel Mascara. Yes, child, L'Oreal, yes. L'Oreal also debuted like a bunch of brow products. Didn't gravitate towards the pencils or anything, but the gel, it has a similar size brush to, what was that? The, like Tarte, and who else has it? Who else has like the little brow things? MAC has one. I love the MAC one because the shade is perfect for me. There's a deep shade from MAC. Let me see if I can find it. The Pro Longwear Waterproof Brow Set in Ebony. I think this color is the perfect color for me from MAC. I love this brow mascara. And the brush is a little small brush. It's not a little small spoolie, not as big as a mascara wand, which you wouldn't want anyway. And this gets the brush right. And this one has little fibers in it, so it actually adds fullness to your brow. So if you have sparse brows and you want to go through it with a plumping situation where the fibers grab onto your brows and make your hair actually look fuller, this is a great one. And who did this one? Benefit did this one. Do I have the Benefit one? Let me see if I can grab the Benefit one. Yeah, the Benefit one is the Gimme Brow, which is so small. Look at the comparison size-wise. Like, really? Benefit? And the Benefit one, dear, it's expensive, but this one has a smaller brush, which I think is better for applying to your brows, especially if you have sparse brows. You don't want to just use a huge brush. The L'Oreal brush is larger, but you can still use it because it is a smaller brush. It's not a large brush. It's not that it's large, it's just bigger than the Gimme Brow one. But this is so much cheaper. Even though it's still pricey for drugstore, it's still cheaper and it works really well and it holds those brows in place. And I love it. I just love it. And then, let me see, what else do I have? Oh, my blush. This blush from Black Up, the shade number 5. This is just, it's what I'm wearing too. I have a little bit of this on my cheeks. It's what I've been wearing. It's just this great tangerine shade. It's like a pinky coral orange. It's like it's a coral, but it has some pink to it. It just works so well on my skin tone. It works great on golden skin tones, deeper skin tones. It's such a pretty color and it blends so well, but still has great pigmentation. It shows up on your skin. It's smooth. It doesn't show up powdery. It's a great blush, and you've seen me use this. I love this blush, and I've been loving it. Thank you, Black Up, for sending me this. They sent me a bunch of stuff. I've just been loving this. I need to test out more of their things, but the blush is just, it's just been everything. So I did a spring toss with my concealers, and that video, if it's already posted, I'll leave a link below. If not, I'll link it once it is posted, so you can check that out. But I went through my concealer stash and I threw out stuff that I wasn't using, that I just didn't like, and I kept only stuff that I loved. And my Marc Jacobs Bright Remarkable Full Cover Concealer in the shade 7 Bright. Love this concealer. It's smooth, it's creamy, it's full coverage, it has great pigmentation, it covers, it brightens, it's blendable, but it sets in place. You have to set it with a powder anyway, because under your eyes it gets creasy, but it just stays in place. I love this concealer. Again, get this on sale. It's pricey, but it's such a great concealer, and it's been really long lasting. Like, I've had it for a while and it hasn't gone bad. It's still creamy. It still works great. Love, love, love this concealer. And then I have to mention some lip products that I have been loving. Again, from Marc Jacobs. Marc Jacobs, what you know about me? Marc Jacobs and L'Oreal have me weird this month. May I tell you, Marc Jacobs, you do it. But this new nude sheer lip gel. This is in the shade Role Play number 110. And I also want to get the eat the cake, let them eat cake, something with cake, something with eat the cake. Cake is into the title, cake. I need to get that with the sale because we're not buying full price. It's not that I love this necessarily by itself. Like, it's a nice color by itself, but it's not so much that I love the cake one by itself. But this one is just a very sheer color. It's very lightweight, very comfortable. But here's what I love about it. I love it paired with one of these guys. These are my Volupte Tint and Oil. I have number 8 and number 6 from YSL. The combination here, listen, and I've shown you guys in a video. Listen, I've shown you number 6 in the listen, hear me now, hear me. It's my lips but better than my lips but better. You know how people say my lips but better? No, this is turned up. This, let me tell you, I don't like the lip oils by themselves. And I know I've mentioned them in videos and people probably got them. I don't like them by themselves. So if you're using them by themselves and you're like, I don't like them by themselves. I like them over a lip color. And this lip color just works so well for this. What I do is layer this on top. Any one of them works. The number 8 is pink and the number 6 is peach, more corally, but it's still pink. Like, both of them are pink. But here's what happened. The oil, once you put it on your lips, right? I have lines in my lips. Give it like a few minutes and it smooths out the lines in your lips, and then your lips look plump and juicy. And it's not a plumping lip product. It just, I don't know, it's the oils in it, I guess moisturize your lips and plumps out the lines, and your lips look so full and so pretty, and it's not sticky because it's not lip gloss. It just looks so smooth and supple, and the color is just my lips amped up. I can't. I'm not able. And I showed you guys in a video, so you guys know where I was coming from. You saw the lip color. It was so pretty. It was so pretty. Oh, embrace me. So, another thing I wanted to share with you is a nail product. Nail polish product. Nail thing. It's the Drip Dry Lacquer Drying Drops from OPI. This little something, you see that little? Has a little dropper. And what you do is you polish your nails, put your top coat on, and then drip this 1 drop or 2 drops. It has the dropper, so drop it over your nails. And it dries your nails so quickly. It's just, this saves me so much time with my manicure. Like, I don't get it messed up because it dries really quick, so I don't mess up my nails. And oh my god, it also nourishes your cuticles because it's oily, so it nourishes your cuticles like a cuticle oil would. It's so good. It's really good. And I know there are alternatives on the market. I just really love the OPI version. I didn't like the spray. The spray didn't work as well for me. It just left a very like tacky feeling on my nails. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. And then another thing I wanted to mention was the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. A lot of people are like, they don't know how to feel about this. Now, this is just water. It is a electrolyte infused water. Where are the ingredients? I don't even put the ingredients because I don't know why you know what I'm putting in them things. But here's what I like about this. It's not Fix Plus. It's not a makeup setting spray, and it's not a nourishing moisturizing spray like Fix Plus. It's a primer water. It's literally a primer water. You spray it on your skin, which I've been doing because I'm oily. I don't necessarily always want to use moisturizer, so I spray this on my skin. It hydrates my skin, but then it leaves almost like this tacky layer. Like, you know when you prime your walls to paint it so the paint sticks? It does leave like a primed layer on my skin that makes my foundation hold on. Like, it gives my foundation something to stick to. Even though it's not sticky or tacky or anything, it still gives my foundation something to stick to. And it makes my foundation blend really well, stays on really well, and looks good. It doesn't look dry and cakey, you know what I mean? So I really like this. And then another thing that I like about it, this works wonders with the ColourPop Super Shock shadows. People have been mentioning that they have trouble because they don't want to use their fingers. I'm not a finger girl. I can't finger my eyeshadows. I'm not into it. I don't want to. So I'd rather use a brush. And I have that review coming up too, and tips and tricks on how to use these shadows. Use a synthetic brush. Where is it? My Real Techniques 310, the big shader brush, the synthetic brush, works really well with them. Spritz this on it if you have it. I'm not saying go out and get this. I'm just saying, just for that. I'm just saying, if you have it already, spritz it on your brush, pick up the shadow and apply it. Oh my god, applies the shadow so well. Intensity is intensity is intensified. Pigmentation is intensified, just like how if you'd use a Fix Plus. But Fix Plus to me is moisturizing and a little bit more liquidy. The primer water is more of a stick to my lid, like the Lit Clearly Liquid glitter base. This is like an eyeshadow base. It sticks the eyeshadow to your lid. And the tip that I found is that this works well too, with the Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows. Now, I've been trying my damnedest to get these to work. Remember, my problem is not, okay, I have to finger it, I have to work it to get the pigmentation. I don't have a major problem with doing that. I can figure out how to get the pigmentation from this. My problem was it was creasing and I couldn't get it to stop creasing. And I've talked to Marlena about it too. You can't really modify the formula because it will lose the uniqueness of it. So I've been playing around nonstop trying to figure out a way to make these work. And the primer water works. And I was surprised. And I was elated because now I can try these out, test these out. I'm going to work with them some more. So I'll tell you that later if it truly does work. It worked short term where I think I was like 5 hours and I was fine. So I'm going to do some more testing with these and test all the shades to make sure that what I'm saying, the combination really works. But it really works to pick up the color in one swipe with the synthetic brush if you spray it on your brush. It really works to pick up the intensity without using your finger. So you get the intensity of using your finger without using your finger when you use these. And remember, when I swatched them wet, I used them with Fix Plus, and they just got a little bit too sheer, and they sheared out because they were too moist. This doesn't make it too moist. It kind of leaves it almost like a film. It really works. So I'm gonna tread, but yes, that's all I wanted to say. And then one last thing that I wanted to mention was my headphones. And I was sent these by Meze months and months and months and months ago. And I've been using them from the day I got them. Like, I've been using these for months. And I haven't mentioned them in a video because it's headphones. Like, how does that relate to my beauty videos, right? But I thought I'd mention it because they are really good headphones. They are white. So as you can see, it has that wooden detail, and then it has the little earbud, and it's just a great aesthetic. It's a great design. It's beautifully made. And I'm mentioning it because I have major problems with headphones fitting in my ears. I like earbuds versus like the larger size, like the big headphones. No, I'm not going back to those days. I like the earbuds, and I use these at work when I'm sitting at my desk. I use these to listen to background noise, to listen to like training videos and stuff. I use these and they're so comfortable. That's my thing. Like, the Apple headphones hurt my ears. My ears are the hole in my ear hole. The hole in my ear. Oh, Jesus. The hole is very small, and to fit a headphone in there, oh my God, this sounds so dirty. But when headphones always fall out, they're too big. And these just fit so perfectly. And it comes in this little case, which is really handy because I just throw this in my purse. It's also white. It's so perfect. I grabbed this. In here you have extra earbuds, the covers, and you have the larger sizes in case you need a larger size. And I just use the smallest size, and they fit. The sound is great. They're very comfortable. The silicone earbuds are very comfortable in my ear. I just love this, and my husband loves them too, and he wants to take them from me, but every time I see him with them, I kind of like sneak and put them back in my purse because I need these with me everywhere I go, and I use them too when I'm editing videos. So I thought they should get mentioned because I love them, and they're worth mentioning because they were sent to me and they were good enough to reach out to me and send me these headphones. And not just because they sent them to me, but I truly love them and I've been enjoying them, and it was worth mentioning because they're really good. So if you were looking for like more higher end headphones, I bought the cheap ones before. They don't fit, they fall apart, the cords get all tangly, and these I roll them up every day and the cord is rigid, it stays like it's just a good quality design, quality headphones. So I'll leave a link below so you can check them out if you're interested. They also have the kind of Beats big old headphones, those headphones too, so you can check them out. I just think these I just have to just let you know that I've been loving this. And yeah, one more thing. The cream color for eyes from Tom Ford. You're like, what? Ooh, me now buy Tom Ford things, I'm dear. I got these at the cosmetics company outlet. You never know, Tom Ford that dear, don't. Y'all need to go to Tom Ford, the cosmetics company outlet, and check out the Tom Ford products they have there. They have quads there. They don't have like a huge selection, but they have some quads there, and they have these cream color for eyes. You need to go because you're getting like 30-40% off. So if you're interested in Tom Ford products, hunt down your nearest cosmetics company outlet. For you guys in New York, there's one at the Tanger outlets in Deer Park in Long Island. They have the Tom Ford. This is where I got these. And I got the shades Platinum, Spice, and Illicit. And I'll show you these more if you guys are interested. But these are not so much like a paint pot type product. These are creamier, more fluid. They're a little bit more liquidy, but they're not liquids. They're a little bit more creamy, more like moussey. These are such great products to do a sheer wash over your lids or use them as a base. They're just really, I really like how they apply and blend out. And I'm glad I found these at the cosmetics company outlet. But I thought I would mention that in case you guys didn't know. You can find Tom Ford at the cosmetics company outlet. Yes, they're associated with Estee Lauder. So definitely check them out at your nearest CCO. And if you want to know where CCOs are, just Google cosmetics company outlets and they'll pop up the different locations for you. But anyway, that's all I have to share with you guys. I know this video became really long and I got so excited about the products. I really love these products. And again, I will try to do kind of quarterly favorites every 3 months to kind of fill you in on products that I think are worth mentioning, that are worth the hype. So yeah, until my next video, which will be very soon. Thank you guys so much for your support and all that good stuff. I'll leave a link, links below, I guess, to everything that I mentioned. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I will talk to you.